Welcome to a special edition of our channel, where we dive deep into the stories and legends that surround the collectibles we love. Today, we are exploring a tale that has sent shivers down the spines of collectors worldwide. This is not a review of a product, but a gathering of whispers, a compilation of eerie accounts surrounding a seemingly innocent vinyl figure. This is the story of Labubu, the doll you should never bring home. On the surface, Labubu is a phenomenon created by the artist Kosing Lung. This little creature, with its jagged teeth, single horn, and mischievous grin, has taken the world of designer toys by storm. It is adored for its unique, almost gothic cuteness, a blend of monster and imp that stands out in a sea of traditionally sweet characters. Fans line up for new releases, trade them fervently, and display them proudly on their shelves. For most, it is a harmless, fun hobby. But for a growing number of people, their Labubu is more than just a collectible. It is the centerpiece of a series of unsettling events that have coalesced into a modern-day horror story, passed around online forums and whispered in collector groups. The story begins not with a bang, but with a subtle, creeping unease. It often starts with the eyes. Many owners report a simple, yet persistent feeling of being watched. But a specific, focused sensation that the figure's gaze is following you as you move around the room. People find themselves adjusting the doll, turning it to face the wall, only to return later and find it has subtly shifted back. These are the small, deniable incidents that you try to brush off as forgetfulness or a trick of the light. But the stories soon escalate. A common thread in these accounts involves sound. In the dead of night, in the quiet of a sleeping house, owners report hearing faint, high-pitched noises. Some describe it as a giggle, a soft, tinkling sound that is more chilling than cheerful. Others hear what sounds like a faint scratching, as if tiny claws are skittering across a hardwood floor or dragging along a shelf. The natural reaction is to blame the settling of old wood, the pipes, or perhaps a mouse. Yet, the correlation between acquiring the doll and the start of these auditory phenomena is too strong for many to ignore. Then come the electronic disturbances. This is a hallmark of modern paranormal lore, and the Labubu story has firmly embraced it. Phones may malfunction near the figure, draining their battery at an inexplicable rate or taking corrupted, glitchy photographs. Lights might flicker in the room where it is displayed. One of the most pervasive tales involves smart home devices. Owners tell stories of their voice-activated assistants turning on by themselves, often playing random music or, more disturbingly, emitting soft whispering sounds. There are anecdotes of motion-activated cameras in living rooms triggering in the middle of the night, capturing nothing but an empty room, save for the Labubu figure sitting on its shelf. The most chilling accounts, however, involve the doll's physical interaction with the world. These stories push the narrative from unsettling to truly frightening. Owners speak of finding the doll in a different location from where they left it. Not just turned around, but fully relocated from a shelf to a chair, from a desk to the foot of the bed. These are not discoveries made in a messy room where it could have been knocked over, but in tidy, controlled spaces. Some reports go even further, describing small, inexplicable events tied to the doll's presence, household items going missing and then reappearing in plain sight, feelings of sudden coldness in the room, or even vivid shared nightmares among inhabitants of the house featuring the creature's jagged-toothed grin. Of course, skepticism is the rational response. Psychologists point to the power of suggestion. When a person hears a creepy story about a specific object, their brain becomes primed to interpret ambiguous stimuli: a creak, a shadow, a misplaced key-through, that frightening lens. This is known as confirmation bias. We notice the events that confirm our fears, and ignore the thousands of moments where nothing happens. Furthermore, the design of Labubu itself plays a role. Its sharp teeth and mischievous expression are what make it appealingly edgy. But that same design can be subconsciously interpreted as predatory or malevolent, especially in a state of fear or in low light. Yet, for those who have lived through these experiences, rational explanations often feel inadequate. The collective weight of hundreds of similar stories, shared by people from different cultures and backgrounds, creates a compelling, if not proven, narrative. It taps into a deep-seated, primal fear of inanimate objects coming to life. A theme explored in everything from ancient folklore about idols to modern horror films like Chucky or Annabelle. The Labubu story is a new chapter in this very old book, updated for the age of designer collectibles and smart homes. So, is Labubu a harmless piece of vinyl, or a conduit for something strange? The truth, as always, is likely in the eye of the beholder. For every person who reports a haunting experience, there are tens of thousands who enjoy their collection without incident. But the legend persists, growing with each whispered account. It serves as a reminder that stories have power, and that the line between imagination and reality can sometimes feel very thin, especially when you are alone in the dark, and you could swear you just saw the shadow of a single horn move from the corner of your eye. This has been a gathering of the Labubu horror story. What do you think? Coincidence? Collective suggestion? Or something more? Share your own thoughts and experiences in the comments below, but maybe think twice before you turn off the lights tonight.